Hello, Moram here. Diablo 4's first season is set to release in just a few days, and you have decided on a Druid class to purge all evil from Sanctuary. Well, that's a very good choice, but those chunky boys have it kind of rough, especially early without any uniques. So I'm here to recommend you the top 5 greatest builds for the Druid to progress through the content this game has to offer without ever needing one. But before we dive into the meat, let's talk about today's sponsor, BLOODLINE, Heroes of Lithas. A tactical RPG gacha-style mobile game with stunning visuals and a unique air system to create your own hybrid fighters to combat the encroaching darkness threatening the world. To download and try this game, you can either use my link down below or scan the QR code visible on the screen. Both will net you an amazing starter pack worth $20, which includes a summoning crystal, 10k gold and 100 diamonds. But what about the actual game and its features? You can collect a variety of different champions, each with their unique fighting style and ability to combine into a strong and powerful combat unit to free and conquer the lands before you. One such bloodline of heroes is the Goat Folk, which are a combination of powerful dragonborn and goats, resulting in some of the finest marksmen around. One might think those allies can only be obtained through rolling the dice in the gacha pool system, but no, this game has a twist. Through the power of breeding, you can marvel in the glory of goat people. This feature makes it possible to marry your champions to create over 1000 fantasy hybrids. Catgirls, Vulpera, werewolves, there are endless possibilities for your lineups and breeding strategies. And to top everything off, you're presented with a vast fantasy world featuring stunning visuals. Hybrids not only inherit the talents and traits of their parents, but also their looks and unique appearances, which are passed down from each family tree to fuse them into new sleek designs. But you can also buy skins and customize your champions even further. And for those of you that want to dabble in the world of PvP to obtain special uniquely designed hybrid champions, you can. Those are named Bloodcraft Legends, which can be earned through a point system in the seasonal guild wars. And new bloodlines and hybrids are constantly released into the game, increasing the possibilities for your breeding factory even further. Now, to obtain your catgirls, you can download the game right now for free on Android and iOS using the link down below, or by scanning the QR code shown on screen. My link will also make sure that you will receive the starter pack containing 1 summon crystal, 100k gold and 100 diamonds. And the first 30 players who leave their in-game account ID and username in the pinned comment section down below will receive the thick Legendary Female Orc Champion, Ugrull, to carry you in the game. And lastly, many thanks for BLOODLINE's Heroes of Lithas for sponsoring this video. Now, all builds showcased in this video are available on the channel with a full basic endgame guide as well as a leveling guide, which will be uploaded before the patch drops. Now, first up, the Thunder God build. Lightning Storm is my absolute favorite skill in the game due to its audio-visual feedback. It's also great to level with, does not require any uniques or aspects to be played, and slaps the endgame perfectly fine. You have incredible uptime on Vulnerable, which increases your damage, melts bosses, features insane AoE, and the Spirit Sustain is also perfectly fine. The buffs to Cataclysm as well as additional crit damage based hearts in Season 1 are going to make scaling this one a breeze, with lots of choices offered to us. The only drawback is the rather weak defensive side, resulting in the need to play more carefully, especially after the nerfs to armor and DR. Next up is Thunder God Companion. This one utilizes Shepherd's aspect to stack a massive more multiplier to boost our damage. Companions also offer a ton of utility in form of CC, poison, vulnerable uptime and crit chance. And the best thing about this build, it can be tailored to your liking. Lightning Storm can be exchanged for basically any flavor of skill you like, and it would be still good. However, I personally just really like Lightning Storm, so that's the one I recommend. Tornado, for example, with its heat-seeking wind, is also top tier. This build, as well as the previous one, can further be optimized with TEMPEST Raw, a unique helmet that's incredibly rare, but offers us access to Lust for Carnage, which generates spirit on every single crit. And the inclusion of a specific heart will let us build a wolf army, which results in some insane scaling due to Shepherd's aspect. So this build is more focused around utility and the companions, with damage skill of your own choice. Next is the Poison Shred build, which can be enjoyed with or without waxing gibbers. This bad boy is reliant on gear like no other, so starting and going all the way with it is crucial to making it feel strong. You also need to get used to the playstyle. Do not respec into this without having gear prepared. You will suffer if you do that. But if you get this one up and running, you will be truly blasting through the game. Clearing dungeons is a breeze. Uber possible, and it can even scale into high nightmare dungeons. However, I personally do not recommend running them. This one is focused on speed farming as well as bossing, so do not expect this one to push 70 plus. The lack of an unstoppable skill is also not for everyone, which makes autopilot play virtually impossible. I will however provide you a version including an unstoppable buff, so you can enjoy this one in high nightmare dungeons. And what would be a starter build guide list for the Druid without Pulverize? A true staple of this class. It's always a safe bet, but really reliant on aspects, specifically Shockwave. Now the Pinnacle version of this skill provides you with a smooth gameplay experience, good single target damage, top tier AoE, as well as defensive options that make it possible to push high nightmare dungeons 80 plus. And if things get dicey, you still have Petrify to AoE stun the whole screen. It's truly capable of pushing high nightmare dungeons as well as Ugrull, even with the sustain and DR nerfs, which make it a clear recommendation from me. However, level 35 to 60 are a bit on the rougher side, especially until you get Inner Beast. And the speed farming capabilities are also not as great as the previously mentioned builds. And the last build is going to be Trampleslide, which is based around Landslide as well as Nature's Fury to reset the cooldowns of your skill. Now this build requires specific aspects, but you can switch to this one very easily once you obtain them. The new Landslide Poison Creeper legendary power will be provided to you through the chapter progression. This one is available with Season 1. It's an incredibly strong build with constant uptime on Unstoppable, great CC, top tier damage and a ton of sustain. And there is also a ton of endgame builds to transition into, be it the Bulwark build, Croneslide or more Landslide heavy builds. It offers you a high octane playstyle with lots of inputs, but this also makes it not particularly relaxing to play for someone that's looking for something more chill. It is however very engaging and a ton of fun to play if you're looking for that kind of gameplay. Now as mentioned before, you can find the endgame builds to all skills on my channel with updates coming to those that need them. I will also provide you with leveling guides for each skill before the season drops, starting with Lightning Storm. Anyway, this sums up my starter guides for the Druid. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also join the channel membership or support me some more with a donation if you have the spare coin. See you next time and bye.